Good morning, UPB from OptionMillionaires.com. Wednesday, February 5th, and then Monday I had my video, and you can look at it. Monday I was talking about Yum Brands moving to the upside. I said the $73 level would act as some resistance. Almost hit it this morning, up again almost 9%, and it looks ready, poised to break out of this channel. You can look at this long-term channel that the stock has really been consolidating. It tried a couple times here to break out, and now looks poised to break over it to the upside. So congratulations anyone buying the call options. Heading into earnings, we have earnings really kicking off towards the end of this week. We have Yelp, Pandora, Disney, Twitter, Shutterfly after the bell today, and then we have Nile, Dunkin' Donuts, Kellogg, Nu Skin tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let's look at the market in general. I was talking about this also on Monday. I said if we broke through this 177.50 level, which we indeed did, I said this 175 level would be really of interest. And if you look back, it's a long-term trend line here from November. And you can see this is a trend line that has been respected on numerous occasions. And it's going to be interesting to see if it's respected here. Futures are lower. Pull up a chart for the S&P 500 futures. They're down 0.2%. The Nikkei is down as well. Futures. Pull it up real quick. And a lot of people talk about the correlation between the dollar yen. The dollar yen is down 0.2%, almost exactly what the S&P 500 futures are down. Used to be the euro dollar. Now that's kind of, and you can see the dollar euro cross has declined, implying a stronger dollar, a weaker euro. You can also look at the euro yen cross as a strengthening yen is putting a little bit of a hammer on this pair. But something to keep an eye on. The currencies, a lot bigger market than equities are, and so have a good indication of where stocks are headed. Right now would be the dollar yen cross. You see the dollar yen falling, which would imply yen strength, dollar weakness. That would also imply weaker stocks, equity prices. So we'll see if that trend continues. This euro dollar yen cross has really taken off since the Abenomics, and you can see the spike here back in November 2012. Abenomics, basically taking a cue from the Federal Reserve, saying, "Hey, we're just going to print the night away." I can't sing or whistle or dance, but you get the point. And you can see the dollar yen, the yen got really weak, the dollar strengthened against the yen, and equity prices globally have rallied. Look at the Nikkei. I mean, the Nikkei back when we started this Abenomics here, I shouldn't say we. I don't want any, I don't have any part of this Abenomics. Of course, if everyone was making money, I would. But no, anyway, look at the Nikkei since then. 2012, you can see we're at almost 8,000 on the Nikkei 225 futures, doubled. Okay, went up 100% before pulling back. But if you draw a trend line here, just for imagine a trend line right here. Draw a trend line across. We're right at support, right at support. So it'll be interesting to see where we head. We're going to at least possibly bounce. Now, if you look from a longer term perspective for the S&P 500 and pull up some of the studies here I have, look at this. I mean, we're in oversold territory that we haven't really seen for almost 9 months. The last time we were at these levels, we bounced significantly from 165. It was actually lower than 162.50 to 172. Really sharp move to the upside, and you're gonna have to go back even further than that to see. Let's go back on the 2-year chart. So we were this oversold back in the Abenomics low right here. We headed into November, the Abenomics low, and we moved massively to the upside. So there's really only been 2 other occasions over the last year and a half, and then 3 other occasions if you include back in the April to June period of 2012. In either case, just like every other dip since the lows in 2009, has been a great buying opportunity for stocks. But let's move into some earnings trades we have. I posted an earnings trade up at the blog at OptionMillionaires.com, and I'll let you know if I get into that trade in the chat room at OptionMillionaires.com, also via private Twitter. Let's look at some stocks here that are reporting earnings. especially after the bell tomorrow. It's going to today. It's going to be interesting. We have Pandora. Pandora is in this beautiful channel, possibly ready to pull back. I don't think so. The analysts are coming out upgrading the stock. I think this morning or yesterday morning, analysts came out, upgraded the stock. So Pandora, not something I want to trade for earnings because the premiums are so high. Same with Yelp. Yelp is at support here. We can drag this across, extend it. Certainly it's support and looks like it wants to break out over the $80 level, but might not be a profitable trade. We have Twitter. Twitter's reporting earnings. This is going to be interesting. We'll pull in on a shorter term basis here. And you can see the stock just looks ready to go up to at least approach this 70 plus level. Pull some of these drawings out. I'd like to clean it up. Let's just look at that from a simple perspective here of price action. And then we go to Shutterfly, which is posting kind of a similar chart as Twitter, just meandering along here. You can draw a trend line across, and the $51 level will act as resistance. That's short term. You want to look further out, and you can see it. The stock really looked like it was going to roll over. It's now bouncing, and you can look as a possible double top candidate here at about $60. And finally, this is today after about Disney. I really love this stock for upside. You draw a trend line across. We're at support. The stock has broken out. Some analysts came out recently. One of them yesterday, talking about $88 price target. I just think that the stock has a lot of upside here, and is really pulled off. I think it's down about 7% since the start of 2014. So there's a lot of room to go higher. Then we have before the bell, we have New Skin tomorrow, which it came right to support. This is a stock that I was alerting to Option Millionaire subscribers at the highs here, really. Back a couple weeks ago, got into the 130 puts, and then it was like magic. Oh, it's magic. I don't know, I can't sing. And finally, let's just go look at the VIX real quick. VXX has been bouncing nicely, but look at this. You just draw a trend line across over the last 2 years. We're right there. We're right at the cusp of another pullback. Meaning a pullback in the VXX means higher stock prices. So if you want to look from a short-term perspective, I like stocks to rally here. I like, even though futures are lower, everything's pointing to more downside for stocks. That's why they're going to go higher. We might see a brief pullback tomorrow before we vault over this 177.50 level and make our way up to 180 and baffle the bears again. Baffle them with buying. All right, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Thanks for tuning in. So we have some earnings after the bell today. Pandora, Yelp, Disney, Twitter, Shutterfly. Tomorrow we have Dunkin' Donuts, Kellogg. You know what? Actually, let me just get into one more before I close it out. I like Kellogg. I like it. Let me just pull up the chart here real quick. Look at this trend here for Kellogg. Come on, get in there. Get in there. There it is, Kellogg Company. And look at this, right at support. You look from a longer-term perspective, it's really the trend I was talking about. This is a beautiful pattern. And if you want to see a similar pattern, although it's a different type of stock, but a similar type of pattern here, where the stock rallies and puts in a pennant formation before breaking out to the upside. Look at Baidu. Although Baidu has pulled back recently, same kind of pattern, except it's a little more elongated. But the point is, rallies, consolidates in this pennant formation before breaking out to new all-time highs. I think that's what Kellogg's going to do. The best part about Kellogg is, even it comes up to the 62.50 level, this is an option that you could trade on Kellogg that's going to be cheap because nobody's expecting a sharp move to the upside. So anyway, that's Kellogg. That's before the bell on Thursday. UPB here, OptionMillionaires.com. If I enter any of these trades, I'll let you know in the chat room and private Twitter at Option Millionaires. Everyone have a great trading day. Goodbye.